Okay, looks like we are going. I'll turn the bot on before I get going here. Okay, the bot is on. You guys can play the games. Do your thing. You guys were in here last night. We got gearboxes on, center drive lines in, shock towers on. We're going to work on front and rear pivots on the front, steering, rear hubs, get the drive lines in, front and rear, and if we got time we'll get on to the turnbuckles that hold the arms in place. Got my new motor for it in today. You guys wonder what the motors for these look like. That's what they look like. It's a nice motor. I've got the same one my other buggy, four-wheel buggy, and I got the same one in my truck too, my mod truck. So sticking with what I like. Hi, Chris. Chris was wondering if I was coming on live tonight. I'm a little later. I was out mowing. Nasty hot day today here. I think we're supposed to get a little relief tonight. But we're up to bag 6. So what we're doing, that's the front spindles, steering block, whatever you want to call it. And then the drive line, that'll be the second step. Put the drive lines in. Then we do it on the rear too. So that's all the drive line stuff. Won't need that right away. That's caster block inserts. These little inserts, you can change the angle, the tip of the front end by putting these different inserts in. Called the caster. Turnbuckles will adjust the camber, which is the tilt of the wheels in or out. But we'll get, if we get to that, we'll see. "8 hours away, Chris." You change these up. Before, on the 74, you actually had, oh, they actually got it though in there. I'll probably have to get some of those, pull some out. They got set screws in there to hold that plastic, these in place. I doubt they give them to you. They normally don't. But I use them. Left and right. I didn't mark these. Oh yeah, there they are. +2. Let's see. Probably that one. Yeah, it looks like they're identical. Yep, left and right don't make any difference, it's flipped over. That's cvas. Yeah, I'll have to get in there to get the little hat bushings. Go ahead and open this package up. Hey Mike. I'm not going to need those. I'm going to need those. Get the screws all sorted here. That's interesting. Something I've seen before. Be something in there that uses them. Talk about little screws, there's some dinky ones. So it holds the pins in place. Should be another one of them, I'm guessing. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, we got two lengths of them, a shorter and a longer. Cool. Metallic. Yeah, my mitt sets are on the way. They'll be here Friday. Or at least that's what they said last I looked. They might be here tomorrow, but I kind of doubt it. Okay, there's the other one of them little screws. I figured there should be two. Okay. Oh, I'm still on that picture. Well, sorry guys. I got all my stuff sorted out now. Okay, time to start building. We got two different lengths. No, those are all the same. Two shorter ones go into the steering blocks. Be the first thing we do. Okay, I don't quite understand what that's all about. This should pop out of there. Just guess to keep them from warping. Never seen them do that before. That's something new. the little grinder out for that. Yeah, grinder out second, smooth off them sharp edges. For the Dremel. Not much there, but okay, figure out left and right here. Usually are marked on there. That's a left. That's a right. Put the little steering arms on. You can see I had a little battle with raspberries today, mowing. They got me pretty good. Okay, those are on. I guess we can go ahead and put the ball studs in. It uses the shorter ones. That's where your turnbuckles hook on to turn your car. Come out of there. I don't know why those things. I've had that issue with the other ones. Like the threads are a little, or the socket is just a little bit big on them, and it wedges the wrench. Okay, left and right. So you need some bearings. I'm guessing it's probably that. Nah, that's probably big. It's probably these. That size. I'm guessing. Be 4 of them. Well, maybe not. Or are they different sizes? Oh yeah, the outer one is bigger. Okay. Yep, I can see that now. Okay, that's why there's only 2 of these. Well, that's tight. I don't want that to go anywhere. And it's probably this size as the outers. Yep, that one's a little bit loose. Oh, that's what those little spacers are for. These little things. I have to pop one of them bearings back out on the other one. Push out the easier one. It's little spacers. They haven't used them for a while. I've seen them in previous models, but not lately. Space the bearings. Okay. Yeah, what else? We're up to putting the stuff together. This is caster hat bushings that allows you to raise and lower the axle compared to the car. It's the way we on carpet, we want to get these as high as we can so it's the arm is down lower. And as such, it lowers the ride height of the car. They do make them in, this is like a 3-0, I think what they call it. That's a 3 and that's a 0. And they make 1s and 2s. So you actually got 4 adjustment heights. But they only give you the 2 in the kit. Okay, well, now we can start putting some inserts in. Kit setup is 0. I make 0, 1, and 2. You can change the angle of the caster. The 0 is these. I'm making those a little bit different now too. Used to be more of a oval shape. Now they're pretty round. Got a little notch in there that supposed to keep it from spinning. Actually, 0, 1, and 2, you can go, there's actually 5 degrees of adjustment because you can put the 1s either up or down the same way with the 2s. So you can either tilt ahead up to 2 degrees or back up to 2 degrees. I think the kit is about 8 degrees. I think that's what these are. Don't say on them. It says right and left. Yeah, my voice is back pretty good today. It was a lot better than it was last night. We'll see how it goes. I was out mowing today. Hopefully it don't flare back up. Okay, looks like we can put some ball studs in these. Yeah, that's right. Looks like you go in the outer hole. And they want 4 millimeters of shims underneath them. We'll have to get a little Loctite out. Good to see you in here, Otis. And these will back out. I don't know how they do it, but they do. You don't Loctite them. Okay, it's got to go into that hole. The other hole is where the screws go through to go into the other piece. Yeah, it was a nasty day today here. When I was doing my run around earlier, temp on in my car said it was 94, and right now it's 76% humidity out there, and that's about what it was this afternoon. So the heat index was over 100. It's that time of year here in Iowa that the corn affects the humidity quite a bit. Okay, got to there. I think we're ready to put them together. Yeah, and I'm going to have to put some Loctite on these screws too. Aluminum or metal to metal. If you don't, they'll work out. Got that one started. That one hasn't started. There it goes. Yep, there's the left side steering knuckles spindles made. I was looking to see if these two little set screws are used anywhere. That's actually for you to I'll bet you it doesn't show them in the picture. I bet you that is for that little, so you can put the set screw in the bottom. Right in there. Probably should have done it when I had it apart yet. Doesn't show it in the picture, but I don't see them used anywhere. else in that bag. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and put it in. Probably should use a little Loctite, but it does screw up into the there's enough room to get it in there. Just barely, I think. No, it ain't starting. Maybe right there. There it goes. I think. No. Trying to cross thread. I'm gonna have to take it back off. So it does not. I don't know why they don't show it in the diagram. Like I say, I know they don't usually include them. Usually I have to put them in on my own. That should give me enough room clearance to get it in there. And if it was supposed to go somewhere else, I've got more of them, so don't want to get too carried away. Until I get the pins in there. Okay, I guess I could go ahead and put it on. Is there not some spacers for them? No, no spacers. Usually they have spacers so you can move them forward or backwards. I guess it's all on the arms to move them forward or backwards. No, I can't put that in yet. I've got to put CVAs together. Okay. Finish putting these together. Yeah, I might have tightened it a little bit too tight. The other one. We'll find out. sure I tighten both of them. Yep. Hopefully everybody's had a good day out there. Hey Jimmy. Okay, we're ready for the CVAs. CVDs, CVAs. All the same thing. Well, I think the difference is in how where the barrel is on the, if it's on the shaft, the barrel on the shaft, or on the outer part, the axle. Okay, everything's there. Get my black grease out. It's barely got anything left in it. Hopefully we can get a couple more squirts out of it. Oh. Yeah, we got a little in there. Let's see, there should be 4 of them. A little cup holds that pin in place when it's in there. And when it's in place, everything bolted down. That cup just sits there but can't move. go in. And that's what the little dinky screws are for. Dinky ones. It's for squeezing these down. I never Loctite these. These screws are too tiny. If you Loctite them, you'd probably snap them off. Never had one come loose. So the other thing is that if the wheel is on there, it can't really come out. So you can get different thicknesses of these, move the wheels in and out. Stay put. Used to use a little, like a roll pin in these. Now they use a solid. It just slides in. They don't like to stay put till you get this in place. There we go. Snug it up as tight as you can get it at the yeah, you use a lot of Loctite. Anything screws it into metal, you use Loctite. Like those two screws went into metal, so you use Loctite. Like I say, that don't. The screw is so tiny, but yet when the wheel's on here, that holds that screw in place, so it can't. Well, it can't really go anywhere. So yeah, anytime you use metal into metal, you use Loctite on them. Or metal screw into a metal piece, aluminum piece. So they will vibrate out or loosen up. Yeah, that screw's so tiny, if you Loctite it at it, it'd probably break when you went to have to pull it out. So I would never Loctite that little tiny thing. Okay, well there's our front drives. Put the pins in. Probably have to flip it around here. Get it in line up. see where they're at. Or flip it sideways at least. Shouldn't have to have that in there. It's new, everything's tight. Make sure start in there, which it will. Just have to get it lined up. Cheat, maybe we can cheat a little bit. I don't know if there's a big enough hole to put this through the other way. Yeah, there is. The kit comes with some stickers. As far as color, do you mean like the parts on the car, or are you talking like paint for the body? You can get all different sorts of colors for the body. There are, once companies start making aftermarket, there it goes, start making aftermarket parts, so you can get different color parts. Yeah, you can get all sorts of different colors. You've kind of maybe seen my paint scheme. That's the one I'm probably going to have to loosen the set screw up. Probably got it too tight. Not wanting to go through there. Come on. I'm gonna have to give it a little help. I know the set screw's backed off far enough now, there's no reason for it to not go in there. You'd be surprised. A lot of time, another thing you're talking about stickers, you can buy stickers. Like I say, They give you some in the kits. I think it's over there in a different spot. This motor I got, I bet you there's some Trinity stickers in here somewhere. Usually are. Oh, they got cheap on me. Trinity got cheap. No stickers in there. Usually buy different parts like the motors, they'll come with stickers. So yeah, I got piles and piles of stickers around here. Honestly, I run mod Otis, so I really don't care about weight. Actually, a little more weight helps plant the car, so that isn't quite as big a deal to me. Okay, what am I gonna have to do I'm gonna have to walk out and get a hammer. It shouldn't be that tight, but maybe because of the fact that I screwed that set screw down. Early. Shouldn't be this tight, but we'll make it go. It's either that or it ain't lined up. Something ain't acting right there. Okay, I pushed the pin right out. Why isn't it going right in? Can't believe that little set screw made that much of a making it that tight. Can't go out much more. There it goes. It's being tight. And that's the thing. That's why you use the set screw. You actually want that pin to rotate in the arm and not in the plastic insert in there. That's why you got that set screw. And this is kind of something they've done them for quite a while this way. Used to have little E-clips that held those pins in. Now we got a little screw that goes in the arm that catches the edge of that pin. The other end is captured, so it can't go anywhere. Okay, there's that side. The other side don't go as hard. I didn't tighten that set screw down, so hopefully it goes a little easier. Do my little cheat, put my wrench through the hole. Get it to line up. Yeah, that one's going to be as tight. Huh, that's crazy. That one I didn't tighten the set screw down. I'll back it off a little bit. It's not tight. Yep, and I let it slip right in. Huh. Must have been just enough. Put the other little screw in. By truth, you probably really don't even need this little screw with the other one in there, but person just has to remember if you ever go to have to replace the arm to back that set screw off in that. Okay, there's the front. All I need is turnbuckles to get everything squared up and in place in the front. But we'll do the rear first before we get to the turnbuckles. So we should be bag 7. Should be that one. Okay, go back to the picture. You guys see what I'm doing? There's a rear hub. Not as much involved with this. And normally they have a little spacer. I don't know if you can see that on spacer, you can put spacers in there, move that ball stud link in. This one you use 0. That's another adjustment. They just don't have them on this one. Shorten that link. Okay, get the bag open. Looks like we got 2 sets of hubs. Got a high roll center HRC. Hopefully they're marked. This high roll center is what we use on the carpet. Somewhere they should be marked on there. Yep, HRC right there. High roll center. And I suppose that's just a standard. So we ain't gonna need those. Basically the high roll center, like the front end, it basically raises the axle and the hub up higher, because on carpet you're low, really low, and the arms actually swing back up, so that makes the dog bones more straight. And that's the dog bones. Won't need them. We'll need stuff out of this. And okay, these need both of these spacers, 4 of them. This is what you can actually move the hub forward and backwards. Lengthen or shorten your wheelbase. I think kit setup is middle, so 1 on each side of the hub, if I remember right. And we want the +3 insert. It's this one and that one. You can adjust these from between 0 and 3. That also raises the hub up or down. Okay. Should know this. I think it should be 3 with the arrow pointed up. Okay, that puts the pin low. So yeah, that raises it up as high as it can be. Okay. They usually tell you in instructions, but they don't this time. These are dual purpose 0 and 3, and then the other is 1 and 2. See if I'm thinking that right. Yep, it raises it up as high as it can be, so that's right. Probably should have got the Dremel out here. Rid of the sharp edges. I think I got a buddy I drug in with me from mowing. Say these are usually marked too, but that's the outer. No, that's the outer. No, that's the outer. Yep. Guess we could go in and put the bearings in. No spacers on these, I don't think. I don't see any. Better get the screws out here too. Sure I'm not missing any. Need those to last. Little nuts. Okay, we got 4 little set screws. Yep. Same way. I got the little spots for the set screws. They don't even show them people using them, but hold those pins in place. Huh, that's kind of weird. They don't show them. They put them in there. I think what they're, oh, okay, we've got slipper bearings yet there. I don't know why it'd be 3 there, but there is. I guess when we get to it, we'll figure it out. Guess I could go ahead and start those set screws, but I won't turn them in at all. Way I won't lose them. don't think they're quite as important on these plastic hubs, but I know if you go to the aluminum hubs, not a bad idea to use those set screws. I'm just surprised they included them. Because I'm usually pulling them out of my spare screws. Okay, they're started. Okay, I gotta remember figure these out. This is the inside, so that's the side that these go on. Like that. Those are all should be the same, yep. Here's a little need for a little Loctite. I'm kind of surprised there's no spacers on these at all. Say normally there is at least a millimeter or two. To move it in a little bit. The way it is, it's about as long as making this camber link about as long as it can be with where the ball studs are on the inners. And we have 1 millimeter underneath the ball stud. Little Loctite. Okay, there's one. Loctite. Hey, David. Just building the kit. Okay. Guess it don't make any difference they left or right, because they're yeah, it does. No aluminum ones, it doesn't make any difference. Okay. Time to put some CVAs together. Like the front, built the same way, except these don't have the little cover for the pins because they actually sit inside the bearings on the rear. So the bearings hold the little pins in place. Hopefully get a couple more squirts of grease out of these. Out of this tube. Yeah, it looks like a can. Black grease. Lubricate the coupler. Uh-oh, do we got a burr on there? Hope not. Moving in. Shove the little pin through. Grab a hub. See, the bearing holds the pin in place. Get the little these ready to go. Little wheel spacers. Hey Scott, I sent him an email. I haven't heard nothing. Okay, where's that pinhole? Like I said, just try and catch him during one of his live streams. That's the best way to get him to send your stuff. You say he does it every once in a while versus every week, so now that slipped together a little bit. Try that again. Okay. That's one side. I hope I didn't put those together backwards. I don't think you could. No, you can't. It's right. It's right. Just making sure. Just making sure. Yep, I see the little places for the set screws. Okay. Usually the last set screws sat on the inside. But different model. Like that. Pin through. Stick it in the bearing. bearings in the hubs. Yeah, that bearing's seated in a little bit too. Slowly gaining, Chris, slowly gaining. We've been on a little over an hour, hour and 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay. Well, now we're ready to put the pivot pins in. I say, I think it's a middle position. Ah, come on. Must have a little grease on my finger. Yeah. Touchpad acting up. Yep. Oh, now there they show the set screws. Didn't show them on the front one, though. Or the front ones they gave you. Anyway, yep, we want the spacers, one on each side, so it's center. I must have a little grease on my left finger. Touch pad's acting goofy. Okay. And do they go in from the back? It's kind of funny. They use these same, the 74, not this kit, but 74 the trucks use the same hubs, pins, but you had to put the pin in from the opposite direction, or these pins, screws, whatever you want to call them. So they'd rub the wheel. I probably will have to flip that around to where I can see it. Get that little spacer to slip in there. I would use my little cheat here too. Just like that. I actually did have a very large styco track, actually in the, probably more of the middle 80s, believe that or not. Still got some of my cars. Actually, I got rid of the track though. Actually sold it to somebody. Actually, it was after I got into RCs, and one of the RC guys wanted it. I was kind of wondering what made you think that. Actually, I had so much track. Well, I actually had a buddy that had a trailer that nobody was living in. We actually would have races on Sundays, and it was set up for 4 lanes. Even though I had a 2-lane track, I had enough track and different curve radiuses and whatever. I had it set up for 4 lanes, which was pretty cool. We could race 4 of them at the same time. Okay, I got that in. I guess I can go ahead and tighten those little set screws down. Say, I'm kind of surprised that they included these. Now that one's getting snug. I haven't felt it snug up on the other one. Yeah, maybe there. Okay. Yeah, that's one side. Sure would be nice to get them turnbuckles built, which is next. Yet tonight. So the arms stay in place, and the hubs. And that's probably about as far as I'm going to get on it before I've got stuff to get ready to go tomorrow, so I can go racing Friday. Friday morning or whenever I get out of here. Get stuff ready for the... Of course, if I do my normal live stream Sunday night, I don't have to get ready for that till Sunday. Probably post it up Sunday around noontime when we're going to start and do our thing Sunday night. You could say it's going to be probably a late night Saturday night. At least I'm guessing anyway. tighten that side, didn't I? Yep. Okay, tighten those up, and we're done with the rear hubs drive lines. Time to do some turnbuckles. Got that one tightened down. So the idea of this is you don't want the hub to pivot on the pin, you want the pin to pivot in the arm. The arm is a harder material than the hub. That's why they got these set screws in here to pinch the hub insert down on the pin. Okay. Well, that's that. With my power wrench. I think the next thing is should be the turnbuckles. There's the little set screws they showed. They did show them on the fronts. Yep. I kind of get a kick out of that. It says all turnbuckle inner measurements are approximate, but yet they got it down to 1/10 of a millimeter, 25.2. Hey, John. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to them. A lot of stuff. Okay, I'm not going to need those. And I'm going to need a wrench. Make some room here. Turnbuckles, where are you? There we go. A lot of little parts. A lot of little screws. Okay, one thing, make sure that they're all the same length. Let's see, 45, 45. Third one is a 48, so there's two of them in here that are longer. Have to figure them out. 3 millimeters longer is not much, but that's a longer one. It's like that one maybe. Yep, that's the longer one. So those are the last two I need. Another thing that these is kind of cool. Of course, you're going to have left and right hand threads, so that when you turn it one way or the other, it'll tighten or loosen, lengthen or shorten the link. They actually got a little notch on one side, so you put them all the same way, so then you know when you go to adjusting it that turn them one way is tighten and one way is loosen. So go ahead and put these the same way too. And it don't matter whichever way is your choice, but they tell you to put them on the left side, put them all on one side. Yeah, and these usually got to cut off of here. Okay, what did it say? 25.2. There's 25. There's 0.2. If you guys have ever used a vernier caliper, but it actually has marks, so you can actually get the tenths of millimeters. Those little lines on the bottom are staggered, so you go up to your 25, and then you can actually go up two lines, and where that lines up with the mark up above it, that's when you're, because each one will be staggered off a little bit off each millimeter, so you can actually get to the tenth of millimeter. You're right, John. You're right. They all got digital ones. I've got a digital one too, but this is the one I carry in my use in my box. Okay, I forgot one thing I need to get out here. This is an old trick from way back. Bring out the chapstick. That's what you use to lubricate the threads. A little bit of wax. I need to get my wrench out here. Actually, what I'm going to use, I've got a turnbuckle wrench, but I'm going to use my little baby crescent wrench because it actually grabs more. See about where those should screw into, and it's almost to the end of the threads. Nope, it don't need the strawberry or cherry flavor. But yeah, it actually lubricates these threads on here, so these turn easier without popping off your bolt studs. If you need to make an adjustment. And that's the whole idea of using them. And it makes them screw on easier. Okay, let's see how close we are. I think I probably got just a little bit too tight. Not bad though. About 2 threads off. Okay. We are doing camber length, so we need these actually have a tapered inside and a flat side, and you always want the tapered inside toward the ball stud. So back that off about that much. And we'll fit this side. Back that one off about that much, and we'll probably have to go a little bit more. Not far off. Turn a quarter. Turn a quarter. See how close we are now. I think we're close. Need just a little bit more. Turn it about a quarter. Turn it about a quarter. And we should be there. Perfect. Make sure I got them the way I want them. Pop that one on. These captured ends are freaking tight. Just like that. That's one. 5 more to go. Honestly, I should tighten these on past and then back them off, but cut threads on a little bit further. But captured ends aren't quite as bad. They don't come off near as easy as what the old ball cups used to. And we'll build another side. Build the other side. Should be close. I think I put the one side on a little bit longer than the other. So we'll back that side off to get the length. And that's the one side that goes, snaps on like that. Need to, that was tightening, so we need to actually back this one off about 3/4. That should be about the right position. See how the length is. just a little bit long, about a quarter of a thread. So we need to tighten about an eighth. Should be close. It's close. Perfect. Yep, got them right. Oh man, these are so tight. I don't complain though. It's better than popping off. Hopefully, oh, I may have screwed up there. I may have to pop one off. In fact, I got a feeling I should have put that dog bone in place. And I'm not going to pop it back off. I'm going to unscrew one of the links. I don't want to loosen them up. Take this link loose. Should have put the dog bone in place first. And we got it in place. Get her thread lock back out. Much easier than popping in those bulk or captured ends back off, and it keeps them tight that way. You hit something hard enough, they will pop off, but you got to hit something pretty hard. Okay, there's those. I think the steering is next. Oh. So, they actually got left and rights. I'm guessing it's because of the, yeah, it's because of the taper. You always put the taper in toward the ball stud. That's why they got left and rights. Probably should. That one I got a pretty good. Cut that one off very good. Okay, and this one's the other two shorter ones. The water length 21.2, again approximate. So actually, once I get it completely built, I'll actually take it out and use gauges and actually check the toe in, camber, front and back. You'll more than likely have to adjust these a little bit. Steering toe in, you actually want just a little bit at zero or just a little toe out on a four-wheel drive. Okay, we're going to build the left side one, which is that one. We use the one that's marked 1 on that side. Should be that one. Didn't want to screw on there. But they didn't get the hole bored out quite enough. There, I'm going the wrong way, but it shouldn't be. No, I ain't. Maybe I am. I know it's screwed that way. Let's get the other side on. I'll know for sure then. It's got a feeling they didn't drill the hole big enough. Have to force it on there. Or there's a little burr there. That's what I thought. It should turn to the forward. Hey, Muzzle Shell. Hey, Kane. Getting the turnbuckles built. Looking a little more like a car all the time. This one's going to have to screw a little bit further on. 1, 2. This one doesn't want to go on there. See what the hell's going on here. Well, looks like there's something not right inside of it. I know what I can do if I got to. I do have a tap I can run in there. I don't want to start. Just going on about so far and stopping. It's like they didn't get the hole cleaned out. Drag out more wrenches. Somewhere in here there's a tap. At least there should be a tap. There it is. Okay, Kane. Well, I won't be on there too much longer. So I get these turnbuckles on it. That's probably going to be it for tonight. It on the actually build until next week when I get back. I think these are should be 3mm, but it's acting really goopy. Like it's hanging up, but yet okay, they're 3.5. I know they, so my tap won't work. I'm gonna have to get forceful with it. It's almost like the threads ain't cut on the turnbuckle. But they're there. just aren't cut deep enough. Strange. First one I've ever had to do this. It wouldn't screw on. I probably got some. So I never used the 3.5s on my trucks that it came with. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside for now. Tired of messing with it. We have to do something with it. Whether I drill it out a little bit, get it to start. Which I may end up doing. And usually they thread right on, just like that. It's like something isn't quite right with something there. Either the threads on the turnbuckle or the hole inside this captured end is not the right diameter. Should thread on just like that. No issues. We gotta have something to fight with on these kits. Never fails. Something. See if this one goes on. Went right on. Like that. Okay, see how close we are. Pretty damn close. Just about a quarter of a thread off. Okay, that has to point like that. That has to point down, tighten that way, so we're just about right. See how close we are. Have to tighten it just a little bit more. Yep, just a little bit, not even 1/8 of a turn. Tighten. Tighten. It's like that. These are always fun. Get that on the steering. There isn't much room to get your fingers in there. So it's almost easier with a pair of pliers. You can get the squeeze down on it. Just like that. Get on there. That. Now if I can get that other one to start. I may have to get the drill out. First thing I'm going to try is see if I can thread it on another. I just don't think it's, I think it's maybe the turnbuckle. I don't think the threads are right on it. So actually it just won't even come off. I've got to force it off. It's like the threads just aren't even cutting in there. Oh yeah, it's a turnbuckle that's screwed up. I guarantee it'll thread right on here. Maybe if I get the threads cut into the ball cup, maybe it'll go ahead and screw on in. Because yeah, it's going to screw right on that one. It's the turnbuckle. They didn't cut the threads deep enough. Screwing right on that one. Well, we'll see if it'll screw on now that I've cut threads into the ball cup are captured in. Well, them dogs. I don't think I have any 3.5 millimeter turnbuckles around here. I do, but I got their truck length. They're too long. Yeah, it's that turnbuckle is screwed up. Huh. Well, I won't get that one on. Just have to leave it till after we get back from the RC track. Hopefully he's got some over there. He probably does. That sucks. Sucks when they have a part that fucked up. You haven't even used it. Yeah. Probably not the first time I've had that happen. Okay, how long are these supposed to be? 25.4. One, two, three, four. Right there. Yeah, I guess I could take that one back off because, like I say, that turnbuckle is no good. Yeah, I can see it's right there where it was stopping. It's like a complete thread in there that's not cut. As I got that box out, I could use my turnbuckle wrench now. See what fits it. I would guess the Lunsford ones do now. Lunsford wrench. Leave it to Associated. They would change wrench sizes. That would be my guess. See if that one fits it. Just what I thought. Yeah, bastards. Thank goodness I got a Lunsford wrench. And it fits it just perfect. Okay, last two. And 25.7, that means there should be about one thread left. Right about right there. Whatever it was, 25.4. Well, how close am I? Oh, I'm way off. Make sure I got the... Yeah, I'm right on my caliper. Okay, well... I got a feeling their measurements screwy. Wouldn't be the first time. But you adjust it after the fact anyway, so it's only an approximate. Get used in the ballpark. And I went too far. By much though. About one thread. Okay, get these lined up right. That side, that should be down. That should be like that. The tapered end facing the ball stud. That was about a quarter turn, so we need to go about, we'll go another quarter back off. Both of them. Measure it again. still need a ways to go. Not a half turn yet. So we'll go quarter, quarter. Should be about a half a thread. It's getting close. I got a feeling like another quarter will be too much, but no, not quite. Off an eighth. Back it off an eighth. Should be getting close. Just a freckle more. That should be close. Right on. Yep. It's like a glove. Oh, made the table pop. One to go for tonight. Like I say, I'm gonna have to hunt some down. Probably could go to the local. I probably got them at the local hobby store too. Possibly. I say that, but in Des Moines, but I wouldn't bet on it. Probably my best bet just to get some ordered. That way I know I got some coming. When I get here, and be here next week sometime. Say the car isn't going to be ready by this weekend anyway, so no big deal. Go about one or two more twists. See how close we are. Oh, we're way in. Way too far. Back them off about a turn each. Okay, it's a little bit short. It goes to that side. That needs to go 3/4 of a turn. So we'll just do this and go 3/4 of a turn. Let's see how close it is. Well, you can't beat that. That's a good way to finish up. Sure it's right, yep. The taper. Ooh. Taper going toward the inside. Or toward the ball stud. Oh man. Okay. Well, now the arms don't flop all over the place. What is the next? Is it the slipper or the shocks? Yep, it's the slipper. Is the next step. Well, I gotta get some parts ordered. Gotta get a turnbuckle coming. We'll probably get back after this next week sometime, about Tuesday, probably. But tomorrow I'll be getting my other cars ready to go racing Friday morning. And we'll be doing our live stream on Sunday night sometime. Well, I'll decide Sunday probably around noontime what time we'll start. So look for a stream then. Anyway, got a little bit further. Looking more like a car all the time. Actually, we got some shocks on there and a center drive or slipper in there. It'd be pretty much done except for sticking electronics in it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting some hours on. Like I say, this is more for people they can do some cross reference, see how I build mine. So did it on my trucks. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Thanks guys again for watching. We'll see you Sunday night.